Hello and welcome to Modern Odyssey on BronxNet and beyond. I'm Dr. Despina Afentouli. Today we're going to talk about gymnastics with one of the best athletes in the world, Ioannis Melissanidis. Ioannis is a symbol of strength and resilience, not only because he's an Olympic gold medalist and a world champion in Olympics, but also because he continues to strive for common good causes such as advocating for human rights and the return of the Parthenon Marbles to Greece. So let's meet Ioannis at the train station. So let's go to the park.
Yeah, okay.
Have many things to say. Thank you for joining us here today on our Modern Odyssey program.
Thank you for having me.
So, Ioannis, how do you feel that two vaults are named after your last name?
Well, it is a great honor, to be honest, and I'm really happy and proud for it. So there are two exercises. The first one was in 1998 during the European Championship in Russia in St. Petersburg, when I won the first gold European medal for Greece. And the second one was right after the Olympics in Sydney in 2001 and the World Championship. They're very risky and very difficult exercises, and especially the second one. And I'm really happy and proud that this great super woman, great athlete Simone Biles, this alive American gymnast legend, she performed this year the vault that named after me, and now named after her because she's a woman. So now she performed the Melissanidis vault, still remains as Melissanidis vault for men, and for women now named Biles vault. So it was a 20 years gap. So that means that the vault that I did it still 22 years, more than 20 years, it's one of the most difficult elements that we have in gymnastics.
So, Ioannis, what inspired you to be into sports and more specifically into gymnastics?
Well, the truth is that the official name of my sport is artistic gymnastics. So the main reason when I was like 7-8 years old was all these beautiful, athletes, boys, girls that are flying like birds. And then I said to my mother, "Oh, I want to fly like them. I want to fly like Icarus, like back to the Greek mythology." So that was the strongest motivation that I had, like a visual motivation. I saw beautiful bodies fly, and I said, "Oh, I want to do that." And that was the first thing, and I still want to fly like Icarus.
So you were also like a kid by that time, right?
Yeah, I started when I was 8.5. Well, quite old for the gymnastic standards, but it was in theory a good talent. My body shape was for that sport, for artistic gymnastics.
And you have participated in many competitions worldwide.
Yes.
What memories do you hold in your heart of those moments?
When I was 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken, it was in Athens, my first European Championship in my country. And you can imagine that a stadium was full of people and spectators that were cheering my name, and I was just 13 years old. And back there, I got the first European medal for Greece ever, and male or female. The World Championship in Brisbane, Australia, was something that very powerful memories. It was also the first ever world medal in gymnastics. And of course, the Olympics, my first Olympics here in this country that I really love, in the United States, in Atlanta, in Georgia Dome, back in 1996. And it was the first ever medal for Greece since 1896 on the floor exercises. And I was the youngest one in the entire competition, and I still have the record, the youngest for the gymnastic history in Greece.
And you told me that you met Nadia Comaneci and had a story.
The day that we won the medal with my coach, Mr. Melissanidis, because it's a teamwork. Sometimes, you know, we forget to remember to tell the names of our coaches, but without your coach, you can't do. You know, it's a teamwork. It's a solo performance on stage, but it's a teamwork behind that. So success is a teamwork. Nadia Comaneci, she's the live legend of gymnastics, the Perfect 10, in 1976, if I'm in Montreal. So she was there with Bart Conner right after the medal ceremony. She was there with Bart Conner, her husband, the Olympic champion of the United States, Bart Conner, a great legend and a good friend of mine as well. So we were there, and it was something like, you know, she hugged me, and I remember that she said, "I would like to have an autograph of you," and I was like, "Really? I mean, Nadia?" And that was a little second thoughts in my mind, and I said, in one condition, I replied back to her. And then she was looking at me like, what are you talking about, in her brain? You know, there is a condition in order to take an autograph of you. And I said, yes, if you will give me first an autograph. That's something that I will never forget, of course, right? And in the stadium was also Bill Clinton, the President of the United States, back there with his daughter Chelsea. So in the stadium when I competed in Georgia Dome was Bill Clinton as well, and Demi Moore.
And you talked to them, right?
Yeah, because this summer in Athens, last summer, we opened a brand new Olympic museum that I invite all our American friends when they come to Athens, or in my city, Thessaloniki. We have two beautiful Olympic museums. That's, you know, there are shoes and clothes and medals of all those great athletes. So I will dedicate something also to that museum. Besides,
where are they located?
In Athens.
Marathon?
No, not in Marathon. In the Olympic Stadium. In the Olympic Stadium that was next to the opening ceremony that we did in Athens.
So why did we walk?
Yeah, let's warm up.
Yeah, of course.
The temperature is a little cold, so let's do it. Okay.
So, Ioannis, gymnastics is considered as one of the hardest sports in the world. At the same time, for years, somehow it was stereotyped as a feminine sport. And I'd like to ask you, how important and in what ways, according to your opinion, is it to eliminate prejudices in sports and also generally in life?
Well, first of all, indeed, gymnastics is a very, very difficult sport, and it's not for everybody. Everybody is football, or it could be everybody's soccer, even though that can sound strangely, but indeed, gymnastics it's a very difficult sport, and if you want to do it in elite level, it's for few, and it's very dangerous as well. I mean, there could have very bad accidents, but at the same time, it's one of the most beautiful sports and most popular. Indeed, it gives you a lot of discipline from the very young age, and instead of having children running around or asking, I want this, I want that, from very young age, a child in gymnastics has a very big discipline, which is something all parents they want. About the stereotype, yes, there was a stereotype, and it was totally wrong. But even if it consider a feminine sport, which of course it's for everybody, where is the problem? Where is the problem? which is, it's not with the way that they put this, of course, because you really need a power, strength, flexibility, and now they can understand because we have the calisthenics, we have the cross training that they do it, so that they are like they copy elements from gymnastics, and now everybody knows that even a little handstand that you have to do it, you need so much preparation and training. And for us in gymnastics to make a handstand, doesn't count as an element. You know, it's so easy. You have to make so much difficulties to present it to the judges in order to start count your score. So I'm really happy now that they can understand that this is not only a beautiful sport, but it's a really, really difficult sport. Yeah.
It's because you need balance, you need strength.
Strength, balance, flexibility, coordination, it's everything. A gymnast can do everything. Any other athlete cannot do gymnastics that easy.
It's unfair, as you said, for male kids to participate in such a beautiful sport.
I mean, if your kids really want to be disciplined, strong, have this passion and fire in their eyes to determine the goals, gymnastics is the right sport. That's if your son wants to be a warrior in their lives, gymnastics is the sport that they have to go. And this is objective. It's not my perspective. This is objectively, gymnastics is one of the most difficult and beautiful sports at the same time.
And this is, I suppose, your message to the kids watching this interview right now, or their parents, the people who are watching the interview.
And it's a clean sport at the same time, right? I mean, there are sports that we know very well, like track and field or wrestling or weightlifting, that we know there are many cases with doping. It's something that we know that we cannot hide behind our fingers. But in gymnastics, there are very, 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 very few limited cases. So which means in all those years, since 1896 until now, there are very few cases.
Would you recommend gymnastics to anyone interested in?
I highly recommend to parents to bring their children to gymnastics for the discipline, for the body shape that the kids can have, for the determination, for the passion, they will target the goals that they have to achieve. But not only for the kids, of course. You can do gymnastics as a sport for everybody. So I highly, highly recommend.
Are you still exercising?
I do, absolutely. Every day, three hours. No Sundays. I have a day off. Yeah, but yeah, I do.
It's part of your routine.
It's part of it's my first nature. It's not my second nature. It's me. It's my life. It's everything to me.
You are active in social athlete causes.
I'm sensitive in certain things like the LGBTQ rights, which are human rights basically, of course. Anything that is relating with the nature, we have to be eco-friendly. Anything is relating with young kids, Special Olympics. And by the way, I mean, Special Olympics is the motherland is the United States of the Special Olympics. And the motherland of the Olympics is Greece. So those two countries they do something great, and I'm really happy that in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, I performed. I was parade at the opening ceremony in Los Angeles for the Special Olympic Committee as an ambassador, and we did two performances that we dedicated 100% to the Special Olympic Committee. So I'm really happy for that, because those kids, they do what they do because for the love of the sport. So we learn from those kids. They are very special indeed.
Everyone is unique, as you have said.
Everybody, we are unique, but they are even more, because their heart is so pure. So we have to learn from those kids. They are very special, very special.
So you've also advocating for the return of the Parthenon Marbles to Greece.
Yeah, it's something something that I really fight for. Jules Dassin was the director that won the Oscar for the movie like Never on Sunday, and it was also on Broadway here, Ilya Darling with Melina Mercouri. So she was the one that she started as a minister of sculpture years ago for the reunification and the repatriation of the Parthenon Marbles back to Greece from the British Museum. Everybody knows the story with the Lord Elgin that basically stolen all the marbles and bring them to United Kingdom, and they sell them to the museum. That's the real story. And everybody is welcome to, we can debate about that, but that's the real story. So when I met Jules Dassin after the Olympics, he told me that you have the same fire in your eyes with Melina, so go for it, raise your voice as an Olympic champion, as a personality that travels all over the world, and you meet politicians, you meet ministers, you meet people that are sensitive about that issue. So it's a moral thing. And I said, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And still now I'm a part of this movement. Anywhere that I go, in the United Nations, in the European Parliament, when I'm talking to other Olympian athletes, I always raise this case, because this is not only case the repatriation, the Parthenon Marbles back to Greece, because Parthenon is the symbol of the Western civilization. It's something that is unfair, and all these countries that they took things from other countries. Now we are in the 21st century. We have to rethink and reset our brain what is fair and what is unfair.
And what is ethical.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
You were born in Germany.
Yes, I was born in Germany because my parents were working there. I was very young. When I was about a year and a half, they moved back to Greece, so they were there for maybe 10, 12 years. I still have memories because we returned back to Germany for 2 years after an eye operation that I had to do. I have very good friends in Germany, yes.
You were in Munich, right?
Yes, outside of Munich. I was in Dachau. I was born in Dachau, which is, right, everybody knows Dachau. Yeah, unfortunately,
But now is a good reason that we know Dachau as your birthplace.
Yes, they are great athletes. They are great writers from Munich and Dachau as well.
And your parents, you grew up actually in Thessaloniki, Macedonia, Greece.
Yeah, which is the second largest city in Greece after Athens. So you're more than welcome to come to Thessaloniki to visit my city. It's beautiful. It's the capital of the Macedonia, the Greek Macedonia region, where Alexander the Great was born.
Exactly. And then you studied there.
I was studying medicine
at
the Aristotelio University. So Aristoteles was the great philosopher and the teacher, the tutor of Alexander the Great. And Thessaloniki, by the way, has the name of the sister of Alexander the Great. So my city carries a very, very old name, like almost 2,500 years old. So I was studying medicine, but my passion was always theater and dance theater.
So and you ended up in LA.
I jumped, I got a scholarship after the Olympics in 2004 in Athens. I did an audition here in the United States, in Los Angeles, at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, one of the best theatrical academies and schools, and I did, I think, quite well. So I got a scholarship from them and from the Onassis Foundation, and I think I did quite well. I was very disciplined, the sport discipline. I applied to my passion, my second big passion, which is theater.
Theater.
Which I'm still flirting with that, right?
Actually, it's dance and dramatic arts, right?
It's theater, but because of my gymnastics background, I did also classical ballet when I was very young. So I do theater, but also I can do, of course, dance theater or a musical because of my ballet background.
Oh, you also studied in
London.
The UK, in London?
Yeah, besides Los Angeles, I was at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, doing summer courses there, which is Shakespeare, we did Shakespeare. So I'm Greek, so Greek tragedies and Shakespeare, so classical theater for me is something that I really like. And also on the Central School of Speech of Drama.
So you see that sports and culture bring people together.
Always, yeah. When I did Sisyphus, I was a piece inspired by Samuel Beckett in Los Angeles, dedicated for the Special Olympics. And then during the Cultural Olympics in London, during the Olympics in London, or also the Cultural Olympics, I performed there as well. So I'm really happy for that. And why not here in New York? There is something that we are thinking seriously to perform in the United Nations because they do cultural things there.
You've done so many things. You are always active. You never stop doing things, right? Would you ever consider to be involved into politics?
Well, to be honest, that there were the parties in Greece, the political parties in Greece, they approached me, the right, the left, the center. It's something that I don't have it in my mind, to be honest. I don't know if that will come in the future, but from what I do know, that athletic diplomacy is one of the most powerful things in the world. And as an athlete, I do politics with my beautiful way, without need to be politician. We, the athletes, we can change the world. I remind you in the Winter Olympics that South Korea and North Korea, there were parades at the opening ceremony under the Olympic flag, something that all the diplomats, all the politicians in the world, in the United Nations, here in New York, they were not able to do it. But we, the athletes, we did it. So even though that we are not politicians, we are stronger than politicians in terms of bringing people together and bridging different cultures. This is the most powerful thing that a sport can do.
And also Olympic Games
Can do it.
Since ancient times, it was a reason why the wars would stop just for the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympic truce. So during the Olympic Games back in ancient Greece, but we try also during now, even though that we have the war in Ukraine, unfortunately. It was part, in order to participate in the Olympics, all these city-states have to stop anything that was related with violence and the war. So it was the Olympic truce. And there is a foundation and a committee in the United Nations with the Olympic truce. But it's something that all the politicians around the world, they have to deeply concern that at least during the Olympics they should stop anything that is related with the war. And that's the message of the Olympic spirit.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ioannis, for this wonderful
discussion.
discussion.
I thank you. Yeah, and I welcome you to my country, to Greece, when you come to Greece, where the Olympics were born. Democracy, philosophy, poetry, mathematics, yeah.
All sciences.
Theater, yeah. So you're more than welcome to come and visit my country. Be my guest.
Thank you so much.
But this Modern Odyssey special episode had one more mission to accomplish: to bring some of the younger generations in touch with an Olympic gold medalist, Ioannis Melissanidis, as a source of inspiration to highlight the value of the human spirit and the Olympic values of excellence, friendship, and respect.
They're expecting you.
They're gonna love me, I promise you. I'm gonna give my best, and it's my duty to share my Olympic experience with them.
I would like to thank you all for joining our Modern Odyssey program on BronxNet. That we have an honor to have special guest Ioannis Melissanidis, and you are part of it as well. So we're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. Yes. All right, allow me to introduce myself, okay? So my name is Ioannis, that's my first name, and my last name is Melissanidis. Maybe it's Greek to you, and it sounds Greek because I'm Greek. And I'm from Thessaloniki, which is the second largest city of Greece, in the Macedonian region, where Alexander the Great was born. And I'm one of you. I'm an Olympian athlete, I'm a gymnast, and I started gymnastics when I was, how old are you? How old are you? 5? So I was starting gymnastics when I was 7.5, 8 years old. So almost 3 years older than you. Yep.
How do you know?
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jonathan.
Hello, Jonathan.
I am born in Ireland.
In Ireland, beautiful. I've been in your country.
I have a question. How many gold medals have you won?
Well, nationals, I stopped counting. There are many, the nationals competitions. But internationals, I have 2 Olympic titles. One is the gold medal at the Olympics in 1996 in Atlanta. That was here in this country, in Atlanta, in Georgia Dome. And I was 19 years old. So I became the first and youngest Olympic champion in the history of Greek gymnastics since 1896. And one of the top 3 youngest in the world history of gymnastics. And I say that because it's the power of the dream. That's why I'm here to share this experience with you. Because I was one little guy like you are, a little one. And I have to say that gymnastics back there was not a very popular sport in my country, Greece. It was very popular. Soccer, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, rowing, volleyball. But gymnastics was popular, but not that popular. So the first world medal for Greece, or the first European medal for Greece, and the first Olympic gold medal for Greece, had the honor I had the really great honor that me and my coach, we made this history. So I'm really proud that I made it. And if I made it in that age, back there, that for many people was unthinkable or almost impossible, so that means that you can do it as well. Because I have 2 eyes, I have 10 fingers, I have 10 toes, I'm smiling, I'm a normal guy, but I tried very hard. The power of the dream is something that it's a strong motivation, but the key for that dream to become true is the hard work and discipline. If you really want it, then you can make it. If you half want it, then you're gonna make it half. If you want it 20%, then your dream is gonna become 20% real. If you want it 30%, then it's gonna be 30%. So what you give, you will take. It's action, reaction, right? So from what you have to remember for me, not my name, not my achievements, nothing. You're gonna do your own achievements. But the power of the dream is the first thing, is the strongest motivation, and then it's hard work and discipline. You have to listen to your coaches, your parents, and then work very hard in anything you do in your life. Gymnastics, in university, in school, painting, theater, dance, anything that you do in your life, you need discipline, passion, fire in your eyes, and enjoy what you do. Because when you enjoy it, then you're gonna do it with happiness. And yeah, because there is a pain, there is injuries during your path, but as long as you enjoy what you do, even a bad injury, you can say, okay, I fall, but I'm gonna stand up again, and I'm gonna do what I have to do for my country, for my dream, for what you really want. Yeah, there was what's your name?
My name is Christian.
Christian.
I wanted to ask what led you to want to be a gymnast?
I'm sorry?
What inspired you to be a gymnast?
Well, I mean, as I said before, first of all, you have to love what you do. When you really love what you do, then you will become a good gymnast. Then discipline is something that you really you really need to have, right? Passion for what you do. Questioning also with your coach, because we have to follow the commands of the coaches, but it's always good also for your critical way of thinking to say why I have to do this way. Or you can make a research on YouTube. In our days, everybody has a phone, and you can see all these great athletes, male or female, on YouTube, and you can observe, because observation is one of the most key things in life. So you can observe what the good athletes or the good scientists or the good artists do. So you can take those tools and you can apply to your own to do your own thing, and then you can be unique. Because it's nice that we can copy things, but it's even better when we become unique. Everybody copy from everybody, right? Yes. But then you can do it, you can, how can I say it?
You can make it your own.
Yeah.
After that.
Yes, yes. You can inspire from me, you can be inspired, I can be inspired from other athletes or great people that I really admire, but always I can do it with my own way. Do it always with your own way, so then you will be unique.
Done.
Yes. Please.
Are you still doing gymnastics?
I do, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, not for the next Olympics, for example, in Paris in 2024, but I do practice myself like about 2.5 hours every day. No Sundays, I take a day off. Yes. So, but about 2.5 hours, yes, I do it. It's, yeah, please.
When you're training for the Olympics, did ever your son out like that?
Well, there were moments, no, I never thought that I want to quit, yeah. But it's very logical at some point when you work so hard, like 8 hours every day. Because guys, you know, we do all around, right? Men, we have 6 different operators, girls have 4 different operators. I mean, since 2016, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, even if you do 1 apparatus and win a gold medal at the qualification games prior to the Olympics, you will still be able to compete at the Olympics. But until the Olympics in London or in my Olympics, you have to make all around.
Yep.
So, which means, I mean, from my point of view, this is much, much better because you're a complete athlete. So, personally, no, there were no moments that I wanted to say, ugh, I can't do it, I'm gonna go back home, I'm gonna go outside with my friends and go for fun or clubbing or whatever. No, but there were moments, especially when I had some injuries, that I said, I was observing the athletes to move forward, and I really wanted to do that, but I couldn't do it because I had a boot and I was not able to walk. But that made me even stronger. I mean, not the victories don't make you stronger, but you know, when you the falls, that's the right word in English, the falls. Yeah. So from a fall you fly. The way, if you want to really fly like Icarus from the Greek mythology, right? You have to know how to land, and from the fall you go to fly. That's from my experience.
Yes.
Yes. Stop and think.
What happens?
Yes.
How old were you when you started the Olympics?
The Olympics? Well, in order to start the Olympics, you have to start from a little age, like you. So I was like 8 years old, and then slowly, I achieved my first big dream, which was the Olympics in Atlanta, and I was 19 years old. I was very young for a male gymnast. Yes. You?
When you flip, what is your name?
When I'm flipping?
Yeah.
What? Sorry?
Is your vision?
When you're flipping,
Yeah.
what is your vision?
Well, I'm concentrated 100% from what I'm doing. So you have to it's you, yourself, and the floor or the vault. You don't have to think some other things because you know we do a beautiful sport, a really, really beautiful and artistic sport, but it's very dangerous at the same time. I know most of you, maybe once or twice, you can feel that you know if you are not 100% concentrated and connected with your coach and with your center. With your inner center, then you know the chances to have an accident or injury is quite high. So when I'm flipping, I'm there. I vision before I start my training or my performance on the floor or in the sea, for example, for you or on the boat. I do like I close my eyes and I do this performance. You know, in my brain, and then when I'm ready, I go for it. I always say, oh, I wanna really try to do what they do, but even to improve more in order to achieve my own dream, my own medal. So it's good to observe, to copy some good things that the great athletes do, but you have always to have your own signature. Then you will be different and unique. Yes. My favorite skill?
my own skill. But, and it's not a joke. So there are two skills, there are two elements on the vault that name after me. This is not a joke. Yeah, that's true. It's a fact. The first one was in 1998 when I won a gold medal at the European Championship in Russia, in St. Petersburg. That was the first gold medal for Greece ever on the vault. So I did Yurchenko. Do you know what is Yurchenko on the vault? Yeah. It's like a Rondolph. Yes, and then I did 2.5 saltos on pike position. So that was, and back there, you know, the vault, where is the vault?
Over there.
Yeah, so the vault was, now it's like this, huh? So
we had the little...
Yeah, like 15, right. So 15 years ago, guys, 20 years ago, the vault for girls was like this, and for us it was like this, it was like a beam. So it was really, really difficult to do this vault. And then after the Olympics in Sydney in 2001, I did my second vault that named after me, the Melissanidis 2, was Yurchenko, like the same vault, but with the pike position. So basically, do you know Simone Biles? Yeah. Who doesn't, right? She's the greatest athlete of the United States, and for me, one of the greatest in the world history of gymnastics for females, right? So she performed like this year in 2020, like few months ago, 2021, right? 2021, the Melissanidis vault. So she performed my vault, that name after her, because she's a woman, so she did the vault, so that skill named after her. So I'm just trying to tell you that the vault that she did it was my vault that I did it 20 years ago. So for men is Melissanidis vault, and now for women, name Simone Biles vault. Yes. Wow. So you can check online on YouTube and you'll see who is who.
Yeah. Copy, right? Because we all copy.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we inspire from other athletes, you know, that's how it's gymnastics. But I was really happy when I see that from Simone Biles, yeah. You know, it was like a great thing, like 20 years after, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer your question, that's why I'm here.
What was your first gold medal?
What was my
sport?
Your first gold medal.
The first gold medal.
There was at the national competition in my, yeah, it was, I think 1990, maybe even more, 1991, something like that. And it was all around. I won on the floor, vault, counterpose, rings. I took everything.
Nice.
Yes. There are 6 operators and 1 all around.
And also Mediterranean on the games, right?
Mediterranean, European, you know, the World Championship, the World Cups, Olympics, yeah. Down. Little baby steps. You go backwards, and go forwards, backwards, and then you fly. This. Yeah.
What did they get that?
Floor and vault. Yeah, because for me, it's, you know, it's more, there's more artistry there. From my perspective, yeah.
And the partner.
The Pablo horse is not my cup of tea. Yes.
So,
Okay.
how did you version so much back?
And well, no, in order to make many backflips, you have to know to make one very good. Once that you make 1 or 2, then you can make hundreds. But the point is to not make hundreds, to make 2 or 1 very good in order to make a double salto or a double pirouette. So we do backflip in order to make something more difficult. But backflip is the main foundation in order to fly. Otherwise you can't fly. Yeah, that's the main foundation in gymnastics. Handstand, backflip, you know, nice positions, always. Yeah, good ears, observing eyes. You have to train your eyes. So once that you train your eyes, so the best way to also do in doing gymnastics is to observe from other athletes. From other athletes, from your co-athletes that execute the exercises well. Because if they don't execute it very well, then you know you can see the mistakes. But even through mistakes, you learn.
Yes.
What skill do you do?
I'm sorry?
What workout do you do?
What kind of workout do I do? Well, one thing that you have to remember from me as well, besides that you have to always, you know, be close to your coaches and listen to your coaches because they are guiding you, they're directing you, they're training you, is warm-up. If your warm-up is not good, then you're gonna have bad injuries, and then you're not gonna do it. So if you don't train your voice well, you're not gonna be a good singer or a good soprano.
Have we said that before, over here?
Sometimes. No, so
That's important.
So warm-up is even more important than the main training. Let's put it like this.
Do you want pasta too?
Yes. It was here in the United States, in Atlanta. Do you know where is Atlanta? It's a state, right? Yes. Georgia. Georgia. That was, yes? With a pink mask, yes.
You do other sports?
No. I mean, I do it for fun, but I know, nowadays that many kids, they're starting doing many different sports in order to see what they like more. But from the day one, I knew really what I really want to do. And to tell you a little story, I did a food strike. Is that the right word? Food strike, when you refuse to eat?
Oh, food strike. Hunger strike.
Hunger strike. So I was like 8.5 years old because my parents wants, to go in another, to play piano or English or Francais. Like, most of the parents, it's a good thing, of course. Their kids wants to concentrate on their education, which I did it as well. By the way, I was studying also medicine. That's another thing, and also theater and dance theater. So gymnastics is something that I really love, but you have to also be multitask personalities in your life. This is what we do and we love it, but also education is a very powerful thing. The most powerful thing, by the way, right? Because education gives you strength in your brain, gives you freedom, gives you everything.
And discipline.
Yeah. So, yes. I think.
Yeah.
You have a question? Oh. Yes. I like your hair. I did once. Like this. Yes. Yes, yeah. I like a ponytail and tries like this. I'm sorry?
Are you gymnastics coach?
If I'm coaching? No, I'm not coaching. I have done a couple of, I have done master classes. Yes. But maybe I have a diploma to be a coach, because to be a gymnast is not one thing. And in elite gymnast, I have a lot of experience, of course, but to be a coach, it's another world as well. It's in two different worlds. So officially, yes, I have the diploma in order to, if I want to be a coach for national team or for the Olympics or for you. I've done some master classes, yeah, maybe one day. I really like gymnastics, to be honest. And I'm tough, yeah, always with smile. Yeah, we play, we enjoy what we do, but I'm tough. And when I say I'm tough, I really want to take from you the best out of you. So if you want to play like in a garden, that's another level. But if you want to really achieve elite level, then it's another world. So you have to decide this way or this way. If it's a play garden, then I'm not your coach. If you really want to achieve something more, then yeah, I'll be happy to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question.
What was your most favorite competition that you've been to?
Olympics, of course. My first World Championship in Australia, in Brisbane. And another thing, kids, that I really want to share with you is through gymnastics. Sports for me unite nations, bring people together. That's the power of the Olympic spirit, right? So I have friends from all over the world, from United States, from Germany, from China, Japan, Egypt, Israel, Russia, Ukraine. In our days, you see also what is happening, right, with the war. But still, the hope is sports can bring people together, bringing cultures, different cultures together. So through that, through my journey as a member of the Olympic team in Greece, I have friends all over the world. So if you really achieve your path in gymnastics and become member of the national team of the United States, then you're gonna meet many people from other countries, and you're gonna have nice relationships. So that's something that gymnastics or any sport can give you. As long as you do it with your soul.
Have you ever got any side cards? But like in 2022.
If I received or if I gave, I did both. I have done both. Yes. Yes.
People ask you.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and it was like it's a really great honor when somebody, a kid or an adult, asks you your personal signature. As long as you're not gonna see the T-shirt that you sign on eBay and they're gonna sell it at some point. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, please.
Will you give us autographs?
Yeah, if you want it, it will be my honor. Of course, I'll be very happy to do it.
Kelly.
Yes.
So, what do you say to yourself? What is the first thing that you say to yourself when you're about to do a hard skill?
Oh, sorry, I heard the first part, but not the second one.
What do you say to yourself when you're about to do a hard skill? Like, what make you?
What inspired? What inspires?
What I do say to myself when I'm ready to execute something difficult,
Yes.
too hard. Well, again, when a skill is really difficult, first of all, you have to be very, very concentrate. Very concentrate. It's you and the floor. It's you and the beam. You have a good connection with your coach, but then it's you and the uneven bars, or you and the vault. So you have to be 100% concentrate. Not less than 100%, no more than 100%. Yeah, it's like the perfect walking on a tightrope walk. So when you're overdoing it, or over stress, or over have a self-confidence, doesn't work. You have. It's like you walk on a wire, but in perfection. You see, and you can achieve this level of psychology through training. So the more well-trained you are technically, then that technique and the way that you're training will allow you to be on that level of psychology. So when you are not well-trained, then for sure, mathematically, statistically, you're not going to achieve what you're going to do. Right. Yeah, it's easier to gain in the lottery than to say, oh, I'm going to do double-double. No, you're not going to make a double-double. Go and play in Las Vegas, and then maybe you can make, yeah. But if you really want to do double-double, you have to work very hard, and then when you're ready on the floor to do it, then you can, and you concentrate, then you're going to make it. I mean, there is a fear, of course. We are human beings, and when you grew up, then the fear coming more often when you do more difficult skills. But in order to be fearless, it's the world training, and when you perfectionize your technique, then the fear is gone.
Because it's pretty fun and I learn new things. I really want to be on team because I want to win a medal. I at least do stretch, and then after that I do bar, and because it's so fun.
I'm from Riverdale. I do gymnastics. I'm on level 4. I'm on the team. My favorite event is floor and bar.
I think it's amazing. And Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas were the first ones who inspired me to do this. It has taught me how to be humble. My favorite exercise is probably to do my handstands, and my favorite event is floor.
Well, it's a good exercise, and I think it's the best sport because you get to flip and you get to spin around. And it's just it's like the world is moving.
I started bringing my daughter here in April of 2021. So it'd be close to a year that she's been coming here. She's been training with the amazing coaches here. She started off doing a spring session where she came once a week, and now she's preparing to compete in competitions. So she's learning the different apparatuses, and she's been doing amazing.
So I grew up in the Bronx. I went to Kennedy High School. And there was not a facility like this for young kids to train in. I grew up doing gymnastics on wrestling mats, and to find a spring tumbling floor like the one that we have behind us, you had to go to specialized camps, and it costs a lot of money. So us inner city kids really didn't get the exposure to be able to work out in facilities such as this. So I always wanted to do something where it was in the neighborhood and the kids could come. So I opened up Uptown Sports in 2008 and was able to expand, have a bigger facility now, and I'm just happy and excited that we could be here for the kids and the community. I mean, it's great just for them to be able to come and have a place that they could train and own their skills and continue to work out and get better at their craft, and hopefully take their career a step further, go to college. If they could get a scholarship, then it's a win, right? They could just work out and not be on the computers or on their screens or on their phones, and just put that down for a minute. And I think that's what the parents have embraced, the fact that the kids are able to, spend 3 hours and just doing, athletics, as you can see behind me. Just working out, just physical conditioning. These kids are too small to pick up weights, but just them lifting their body weights and calisthenics. And, I've been lucky that I rarely get sick, or, I've just been very healthy throughout my life, and I think it's attributed to the sports. Just me being a gymnast and being in the gym and working out 6 days a week. And you see that in these kids, they're fit, they're working out every day, they're doing their push-ups, their sit-ups, they're always jumping and just, staying strong. So we're excited to see Ioannis. I mean, Olympic gold medalist, a guy that, flawless routine on floor, someone that's been there at the top level, at the highest level. It's always great when we get somebody like that to speak to the kids, motivate them, encourage them. So, we're excited to have him.
She's the one, Simone.
Yeah. She's the one who
did the Melissanidis vault.
Melissanidis vault, yeah. And her name was given to the female.
She's a great athlete and great person. I mean, I hope that at least we'll remember my point, which is the power of the dream. And in order to achieve your dream, it's hard work and discipline, and to be passionate for what you do. I don't care if they will remember my name or whatever, this is not at all. But what they have to remember from me, it's the power of the dream.
That's a word.
Yes.
That's a message we want to pass. That's why we want you to be here.
Yes, absolutely. Bronx Strong!
Thank you so much for watching Modern Odyssey on BronxNet and beyond. We hope you got inspired from Ioannis' story. Follow your heart and work hard to make your dream come true. Nothing is impossible. Until next time, yeses.